Hello, everyone. How you doing? Y'all, if I look tired, it's because I am. Your girl just worked 2 on-the-fly 12-hour shifts in a row. And I was working 12-hour shifts before that. So, I just got home from work and Spirit was pinging me. And I promised y'all, hey, Risa, I promised y'all I listen to Spirit. When it guides me to go live, I do not argue. So I'm here. We've got Harrow, my hand-drawn deck, my energy alignment deck, the Broken Mirror Tarot, the Golden Botticelli Tarot, Patch Tarot. Hey, McKenna, how you doing? We've got Dragon Oracle cards and the Power of Love deck. Spirit has called it way out. Do I teach spiritual class? That's what this whole channel is. This whole channel, Risa, is spiritual class. For real. Hey, Rita, how are you? So whoever needs this message, I hold the intention always that it finds you in divine time when it's meant to catch you. We're going to see what is going on. I was also got to pull my astro dice. So whatever comes out, guys, I've got the sign dice, planet dice, house dice. Let's see. It could be your placements. It could be the current placements aspecting in your chart. If you're cross-watching, it could be their placements. So take it as it resonates. We've got Libra, Jupiter, 3rd house. All right, so you could have Jupiter in the 3rd house, regardless of sign. You could have Jupiter in Libra, regardless of house. Libra could be in your big 3. You could also have Libra in the 3rd, which would make you a Leo rising. 3rd house is also Gemini. And Jupiter could also be Sagittarius or Pisces. So you may have significant placements in any of those signs. Any of those signs could rule your 3rd house. You could have Jupiter there. All right. Hey, Story, how you doing? Really? How about that? Maybe there's a message in here for you. Straight from your friend. So let's see. Let's get into the Harrow. For those of you not familiar with Harrow are from the world of Pathfinder. They are D&D, Dungeons and Dragons cards. However, I find that they work exceptionally well in real life readings, which is why Spirit is always guiding me to them. So let's see. Spirit, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? Whoa, cards are flying. Well. I feel like there's more. Give me one more. Okay. So there's 3 different energies out here, people-wise. 2 of them, I don't think Up Shit's Creek defines what they're dealing with each other. It's a shit show. If I'm just going to be real honest, I've got Uprising that came out with both of them. One of them is the Teamster. So dude is being freaking whipped and manipulated. It's self-inflicted punishment dealing with this other person. Someone is definitely taking orders and it doesn't feel good and they're taking orders anyway. It's self-punishment. The other one comes out with Hidden Truth. It's a magician type wizard on the card. And the Snake Bite. Snake Bite is a venomous weapon. I think somebody is holding secrets over someone else and or they are keeping a secret that would absolutely destroy the other person. The top and bottom of the deck, we have the carnival and the sickness. Whatever the fuck they're dealing with. It's crazy. It's crazy. The other energy off to the side and separate from all of this is the peacock. All right. So let me get the rest of the cards out, and then I'm going to give you a breakdown of what everything is. Oh my God. Clarify the teamster, please. Give me an archetypal energy for the teamster, please. The alchemy set. Chunk came out. Lighthammer, the dawn, fireplace, and the mirror. I'm keeping them. Okay. Okay. All right. So this person, the teamster person's going through some major divine alchemy. I think they're getting hit with revelation. They may be on the precipice of coming out of their dark night. The thing is, there's things that they can't hide. The fireplace is a place that keeps you warm, but it's also a place where people burn the evidence. And so as an archetypal energy, like this person may seriously want or need warmth, but there's also stuff that I think they've tried to keep hidden. And because they've kept it hidden, there's no warmth there. It's almost like if someone, if they wanted to reach out to somebody, right? But they have secrets from this person. They don't want this person to know because they feel like if this person knew their secrets or knew what they've been doing or knew what they've been dealing with or who they've been with, it would ruin all their chances of being with them. What they are failing to connect the dots on is if they do reach out, they might just be able to open the door. If they don't reach out at all, or they're not open or transparent, they're never going to have a shot at this person coming back anyway. You know what I mean? Like they're afraid of what might come out, but the fear of what might come out that's keeping them from communicating or whatever is sabotaging it out. So the teamster energy dealing with the mirror, this being their mirror. Ooh. What is that energy about? Give me some more insight into the hidden truth with the snake bite person. Needle and thread reversed. Chrysalis. The broken mind reversed. Okay. Okay. This is the broken mind card. There's two of them in this deck, and the demon energy and the angel energy are switched on the card. It came out this way. And the way I'm pulling it, it's almost as if they know someone's wounds, someone's shadows. It's almost like they know how they could take advantage of it. And this person, whoever the first person is, right, the teamster might be an angel in their life because they have wounds, right? Because they have wounds. Hey, Jazzy. Person number 2 knows what they're doing to person number 1. They're using person number 1 to get out of this stage. The chrysalis. The peacock comes out with, is that for the peacock? No. Okay. What else is there for the snake bite and the hidden truth? There's the circus out twice. We've got the circus and we've got the carnival. So this person, whoever the second person is, we've got the cauldron with the chrysalis, the needle and thread, and the broken mind. They all came out for the second person. This person, I'm hearing like threats, or some people might accuse this person of making false threats, but I think this person means it. And not necessarily physical threats. It could be financial threats. Like this person could really have things over person number one, which is why person number one is miserable but obedient, right? This is person number one. That's them. Chained, has the shit over its mouth, being whipped. This person is doing what they're told, and it's definitely because person number two, hey Kathy, definitely because person number two has some things over them. The cauldron is bringing me to what could be past lives, but it's no doubt word magic or manipulations of some kind. Give me some insight into the peacock, please. What additional archetypal energy for the peacock? The book. That's Akashic Records. Could also be someone who is the hero of their own story. We've got the star. This is a healer or someone who has healed. They might have healed their story. They might have healed their life. They might have changed their life yet. And the honor. This person, this is why this person is separate from all the other energies. They came out with the peacock, the book, the star, and the honor. I think this person has absolutely, whoever the peacock is, has committed to their own healing, has committed to their story, being the hero in their story. I think they are more than, the key is on top. Listen. Whoever this person is, they know how to get out of situations like that. That person number one, person number two situation, the crown is on top. Listen. Whoever the peacock is, they're in control. They're in control. And how that person ties to the other two, I guarantee you, if it was like a situation where person number one and person number two were drawn to each other because person number three was getting outed, and it made them feel good about themselves to like shit all over person number three. Person number three was like, okay, fine, bye. Left the situation, no longer a part of it. Now they're thriving. Now they're healed. Now they're in a whole different crowned energy. And person number one and person number two are literally up Schitt's Creek with no fucking paddle, and they're drowning in the shit, right? Drowning in the shit with each other. Because person number three was like, I'm not playing those games. I'm not going to suffer while y'all two thrive on my suffering. That's insane. They went off and moved on and thrived, right? And so now you have these other two people who were only thriving with each other because person number three was suffering. But as soon as person number three decided they weren't suffering and they were going to heal and they were going to achieve whatever they wanted to achieve in life, and they changed their storyline. They changed their storyline. They're crowned. They're the hero in their story. Well, that completely crumbled and crashed everything for the first two people because they were only happy together based off the suffering of the third person. Third person stopped suffering. Well, they have nothing to celebrate anymore. Now they're miserable. Now they're miserable. Let's get the energy alignment. This is a deck of my own creation. It's got all chakra colors on one side and shadows on the other. And we're going to see what comes out. Let's get the energy of person number one. Where are they at right now? Where is their energy? does not see their own faults. Pettiness came out reversed, which means they're working on self-accountability. Okay. They're working on self-accountability. But they probably did not see their own faults in the past, and they were being super petty with person number 3. And it was the wrong person to be petty with. It was their shadow because they weren't being self-accountable, right? Whatever they were doing in the past, they were not self-accountable. And now they're learning that. Yeah, hides and keeps secrets. Ashamed. They're keeping secrets. The fireplace, I'm telling you, they are keeping secrets from person number 3, probably out of embarrassment. They're keeping secrets from person number 3. And they feel if they told those secrets that person number 3 would have nothing to do with them. Ironically, person number 3 has nothing to do with them because they keep secrets, right? This person is ashamed. Ooh, and they were reckless. And they were reckless. Okay. Person number 1, shadow is reckless. They do impulsive things. They don't think about what the fuck they're doing. They probably don't see what's in front of them. What's crazy is they're highly intuitive. They probably, with all of those shadows, don't realize how clear they actually are. Claircognizant. It's like they are thinking and knowing clearly. I don't think they realize how much of the energy is their own, though. Or that how much of the situation is actually self-created. Give me some energy for the second person, please. Give me some energy for the second person. Whoa. So this person, we've got a few chakra upright cards, and then we've got a couple shadows. So upright cards, we've got self-compassion. So like I said, this person knows what they're doing. Hey, Kelly. This person knows what they're doing to person number 1, but they're doing it from a place of self-compassion. At least that's what they're telling themselves. They're doing it because they feel like they deserve to receive it. Whether that is true or not is neither here nor there. They believe that doing what they're doing to person number 1 is warranted. They would rather not suffer, and so they are the one causing the suffering instead. This person is responsive. They know how to react to person number 1. This person, like I said, word magic. And they're very generous, and it's a sacral chakra card. So there might be something very sexual about this person that person number 1 likes. And so they feed into that because it's kind of the bare minimum of what they need to contribute. They're also highly pessimistic, high anxiety, and guilt-ridden. So they, like I said, they know what they're doing. I don't think they trust that person number 1 actually wants to be with them. Like person number 1 is suffering with them. They are. And a part of them, even though they're showing compassion for themselves, they don't want to suffer. So they're using person number 1 to the best of their ability. There's a lot of guilt there. There's a lot of guilt there. I don't know if it's because they're using person number 1 or because they don't want to be with person number 1 and there was someone else. or if it's because they're keeping a secret from person number one as they're using them in regards to someone else entirely, which we'll get into the tarot. So we'll get more details on that. Person number two is pretty complex. Let's get person number three. Grateful flew right out. Heart chakra card, energy of gratitude, person number three. And idealistic. Give me one more. Inner peace oriented, long-term goal oriented. All upright cards. Listen, if you resonate as person number three, you're on the right path. You know you're on the right path. We're talking about confidence. Okay. It doesn't matter if you have the perfect body. It doesn't matter if you have the perfect financial situation. It doesn't matter if you have the perfect living arrangement. You know who the fuck you are and you're confident in who you are. And you're not pulling any punches with people. Like if people want to step to you and come to you sideways, you're like, no, thank you. Like I'm better off on my own. Good luck. Good luck. Like I'm confident in myself. I trust myself. I listen to spirit. I listen to my intuition. I listen to whatever higher power that be, you know, that you call it, whatever you call it, you listen and it listens to you. You're grateful and it's grateful for you. Like whoever person number three is, they've healed. They've healed. They are commitment worthy. 100%. 100%. And they've committed to themselves and their healing and being the hero of their life. 100%. 100. 99% is not 100. Whoever person number three is, they're at 100%. People see the progress that person number three has made. And it's shocking. It's shocking how much progress they've made. Like you may have, if you are person number three, started life like a real fucking underdog. Like you're probably the one person in your family out of all your siblings or whoever that people didn't ever think would be as confident or independent or happy or stable in life as you are. Like you were the black sheep or the problem child or the rebellious one in the house and we're always fucking up and, you know, screwing up life. And now all of a sudden, like you got your fucking shit together in ways that no one ever thought that you would get your shit together in. You've surprised everybody. You're in this trustworthy energy right on the top of that, with self-secure on top of that, flowing on top of that, like person number three. And protected. You've got protected out here too. Like person number three went through some serious fucking work. Okay. They went through some serious work and came out the other side happy, healthy, whole, more whole than most people. They are at 100% with themselves. Person number one and person number two are sinking. I think person number one is sinking the worst. Person number one is sinking the worst. And I say that because person number two is being kept afloat by person number one. They are using person number one like a life raft. Person number one is bottoming out, though. Person number one is bottoming out. They can only stay on the bottom for so long, holding up person number two and treading water before their limbs give out. You know what I mean? Like they're going to get tired and drown. And when they drown, person number two will drown with them if they haven't found somebody else to lean on. So let's see. Ooh, Spirit said don't start with that deck. Okay. That's for person number two. All right. Golden Botticelli Tarot. Person number one. Insight, please. Let's get details. Let's get details. Really, the uprising. Someone is being crazy humbled, to say the least. That is the nicest way I could put it. Someone being humbled is the nicest way that I could put that. The uprising is an overthrow. What is the insight into person number 1, please? Details, spirit details. 2 of Wands, crossroad energy. Two of Cups, soulmate energy. 4 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. They're afraid you're going to take their fucking head off. They're afraid person number 2 could take their head off. I think this person's at a crossroads, the 2 of Wands with the 7 of Pentacles, on whether or not they should stay in whatever reality they're in and suffer until they can suffer no more and it's the death of them. Or if they reciprocate with the 6 of Coins to the soulmate, clarifying the 2 of Cups. The 4 of Cups with the 5 of Swords, they're afraid they missed out on the soulmate. You can see it right here. This energy is looking back at the soulmate card. Like, do I reach out? Should I? It's this missed opportunity. Do I reach out? Do I listen to my angels? Person number 3 might be their angel. But they're afraid. The 5 of Swords. They're afraid that either person number 2 or person number 3 would absolutely take their head off. If they botched it with person number 3 and person number 3 went through an insane glow up. Hey, Vicky, how you doing? Yeah, if person number 3 went through an insane glow up, they're probably looking at them like, well, why would they even want me? Like, after all that I did, thriving in their suffering, right? Why would they take me back? Like, if I reached out to them, they probably would take my head off. And then if person number 3 were to get a hold of person number 2 and say, hey, you might want to check your person number 1 because they're reaching out to me. Now person number 2 is going to take their head off and they miss out on both. So it's like, you've got somebody who wants to move forward. The Knight of Wands is on the bottom. But they're in this Queen of Swords energy and they're not happy. Like, that Queen of Swords, does she look happy to you? Might be dealing with an air sign, someone with strong fire in their chart or something. This individual is between a rock and a hard place, and they created it. The rock and the hard place. Give me 3 more. Take it a layer deeper. Give me 3 more, Spirit. Ace of Swords. Nine of Chalices. And the Page of Wands. The truth is, they really do want to reinvent themselves. They really do want to go after the wish fulfillment. They want the soulmate. They want to reciprocate. That's the truth. The Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Whoever person number 3 is, that is their wish fulfillment, and they would change for them. Nine of Swords is on the bottom, though. They're having so much crazy anxiety. It gives them nightmares. 10 of Chalices, they're the dream. Like, person number 3 is the dream. The dream and the nightmare, for that matter. I mean, if you think about it, the rejection from person number 3, if you are person number 1 in this reading, the rejection from person number 3 is a nightmare. The idea of it is a nightmare. Because they are the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the 2 of Cups. Like, they are the end-all, be-all wish fulfillment. It's 21 cups. They want person number 3. They would change for person number 3. They will not reach out to person number 3 because they're absolutely terrified of the ramifications if person number 3 rejects them and they're stuck with person number 2 and or also lose person number 2. Because person number 2 is holding things secret, holding things over them. So it's almost like the fall wouldn't just be a fall. They would break through the floor and continue to fall. Insight into person number 2, please. What is going on with them? The World card. The Page of Coins. The Six of Swords. The Two of Swords. The Three of Wands. Oh, this just got interesting. Give me one more and then take it a layer deeper, please, Spirit. The Five of Coins. Eight of Wands reversed. Ten of Swords. Give me one more. Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords. They're stalling. Four of Coins is on the bottom. They are holding on to the Nine of Swords. It is a nightmare for them too. They don't actually want to be with person number 1. I told you, they are not happy with each other. Person number 1 and person number 2, whatever the relationship dynamic is, whether they're romantic partners, family, roommates, besties, whatever it is, they're miserable with each other. They're miserable. High anxiety. High anxiety came out with them in the energy alignment cards, and they got the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Their Eight of Wands is in reverse. They're indecisive about whether or not they should end this cycle. They want to end it. The World card came out first. They just don't know if they can do it. And they don't know how to tune into their intuition, or they're getting all the signs and synchronicities to move forward and they're hesitating because they're afraid. The Page of Coins with the Three of Wands and the Ten of Swords. I feel like this person is afraid of creating their own stability. I don't think they believe that they're capable. I think they sabotage it and fuck it up. They're highly codependent. They're like a child. Even if they're an adult, like they're financially dependent. It's like taking care of another child. They're probably financially irresponsible. And they might be at a distance from family or stable home that they could have otherwise maybe gone to. So Three of Wands is giving me distance, and I'm seeing the houses, like the buildings in the distance here. You can see them in the background. They might have burned that bridge with the Ten of Swords. They might have sabotaged it already. The Six of Swords with the Five of Coins and the Eight of Cups with the Four of Swords. They want to move forward, but whoever their person number 1 is literally holding the house up. They're holding the house up. Person number 1. We got eclipse energy on this card. That's the moon about to transit in front of the sun. Eclipse seasons may have done a number on these two. I don't think this person has the mental strength. This is a general reading, Divine. Hello and how are you? Divine timing for whoever needs it. Yeah. Person number 2 is in a financial bind with person number 1. Okay. Person number 2 is in a financial bind. They do not want to be with person number 1. They're having high anxiety about it. They know person number 1 doesn't want to be with them. They know that they're using whatever kind of sexual or sensual energy that they have. They're very generous in that area to try and keep person number 1 hanging on to the relationship, that there's a high positive there that they're obviously feeling, but they don't want person number 2. There's no love there. Person number 1 is truly in love with person number 3. Truly committed to change and be better for person number 3. But they were reckless and they're keeping secrets from person number 3. I don't think they're in communication. Person number 2 is in between them. Right? Person number 2 is in between person number 1 and person number 3. Person number 2 may also be looking to see if someone else would take care of them. Like they're that unhappy with person number 1, that insecure, that high anxiety. They're afraid that person number 1 would reach out to person number 3. They're afraid that person number 3 would actually take back or reconsider or reconcile with person number 1. They know. Person number 2 knows what they're doing to person number 1. They know that person number 1 is committed in heart and soul to person number 2. That's who, or person number 3. That's who they want to be with. But person number 2 is highly dependent on person number 1. And that makes them extremely insecure and real high anxiety, because they know if person number 1 and person number 3 were to reconnect, they'd be out and that's their whole life. So I think they're already considering what could possibly be their plan B, because I think if time continues to tick forward like it does, they're just going to get more and more insecure about their relationship with person number 1. And if person number 3 would come back. Person number 3 has the 2 of Swords, the Prince of Cups. What else? The 6 of Wands came out reversed. In reverse, the keyword is pride instead of victory. Interesting. Clarities, please. 9 of Cups. That's clarifying the 2 of Swords. We've got the Queen of Swords clarifying the Prince of Cups. Hanged Man is clarifying that 6 of Wands. Take it a layer deeper, please. The Empress under the 9 of Cups. Give me 2 more, please. Spirit. Give me 2 more for each. Queen of Cups and the 10 of Wands is on the Queen of Swords, and the Prince of Discs and the Queen of Discs is on the Hanged Man with the 6 of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. Hey, Lala. Top of the deck is the Two of Cups. They also feel like person number one was a missed opportunity, a missed soulmate. They agree. Person number one and person number three have the same cards, the Four of Cups with the Two of Cups. They both have the Nine of Cups. They both got that Queen of Swords energy. Person number three came into their Empress mode. They hit Nine of Cups and Empress energy. I don't think they know what to do with person number one because they leveled up and person number one didn't. They elevated, right? Person number three is at 100%, 100. And the cards are just clarifying it. Prince of Cups with the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. The dove is in the cage. The cage is on fire, and the phoenix is releasing it. It's pulling the cage up to release the dove. Lots of feminine energy out here. 3 out of 4 queens and the Empress. I feel like they know intuitively what's going on with person number one. You already know this. If you're person number three, everything I said about person number one and person number two, you already intuitively picked up on it. I'm just confirming for you what you already know. Even if you have no proof of what the hell I'm saying, if you've been feeling it, that's confirmation that you're right. They are miserable. I don't care what social media they put up there. They don't like it. Being together, no. Person number one is in love with person number three. Person number three was once in love with person number one. I think there is still... I think person number three doesn't wish any ill towards person number one. I think person number three genuinely cared at some point about the well-being of person number one and wanted to see them happy in life with them. I think person number three, with that honor energy, right? That committed, honorable energy, I think person number three was there. I think they were right there with person number one, hand in hand, side by side, you and me, like we are a team in life. It is you and me against the world. I think it was the mentality they were in. I think they accepted and moved on when person number one in their wounds was using their suffering to excite person number two and make person number two feel valuable. Person number two was more attracted to person number one because person number three wanted them and couldn't have them. Person number one wanted them instead. Like, they got off on that shit. Person number three was legit hurt, though. The Six of Wands in the reverse, they did take a loss. They had to surrender, right? The Hanged Man, keyword on the top of the deck in the upright is surrender. They had to surrender their own feminine energy. Really, because if you look at the top of that card, that is like a symbol for Venus. And in the reverse. They're in their Empress energy now. They're in that wish-fulfilled 9 of Cups state with it now. And they had to surrender. They had to surrender to the fact that person number 1 was, in fact, being reckless. Person number 1 was being reckless. They were being petty. They were not self-accountable, right? They do not see their own faults. They were being petty as hell with person number 3. That is what was lacking. They were not taking self-accountability. They were hiding things and keeping secrets. Hidden motives with person number 2, like person number 3, Prince of Discs, Queen of Discs. If they have kids, they're on the same page with their kids. They're in a good place. They're suited, right? They're focusing on their money. They're focusing on their life. They're focusing on their stability. They're focusing on the well-being of those that they are, you know, for lack of a better way of saying it, in charge of. They're responsible for these people. And I feel like person number 3, I mean, kudos to you, because you went through the ringer with person number 1 and person 2. And not only did you come out of it, you came out of it better off than not just they could have imagined, but everybody. Everybody in your life that thought that you would never make it. Everybody in your life that thought that you would definitely be the one to fail or definitely be the one to struggle forever. Like, you proved everybody wrong. Even if your situation is not ideal, like I said, even if your body is not ideal or your finances are not ideal, like how far you have come from what people expected of you, you've shocked people. Your healing, your success, you have shocked people with how well that you're doing. Person number 1 and person number 2 can't believe it. Especially person number 1. Especially person number 1. Oh, Spirit, am I doing that? Spirit's calling me to a deck I have not used in years. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Oh, really, Spirit? Are we doing it? Person number 1 wants to talk to person number 3 so bad. I don't even know if I have this deck out. I don't even know if I have that deck anymore. Maybe it just needs to be for you guys to know what deck I'm drawn to. There was a point in time where I had been guided to create like a counterparts communication deck. I just saw it the other day too. That's what's wild. I was moving stuff around in my room. I found it. I know I did. Yes, I did. Oh my God. course I fucking found it. Y'all, I have not touched these cards. I have not touched these cards in at least 5 years. I have not touched these cards in about 5 years. All right. I'm going to say this in preface. If you are person number 1 and you want to communicate with person number 3, me pulling cards for you does not get you off scot-free from having to communicate. This is cards. Okay. If you've got something to say, I'm not your out to get out of having to do that. All right. I will read the messages because Spirit guides me to give the messages. But you are not exempt. You hear me? If you got to communicate, you got to communicate. I'm a divine voice box, not your voice box, okay? Messages from person number 1 to person number 3. Yeah, you remember that deck? You've been with me a long time, Lala. Hi, Janet. Nice to see you. All right. Messages from person number 1. Cards are flying to person number 3. It came out in the reverse. The 5 of clubs. Bothered by your attitude or something that you said or the way you said it in the reverse. What else? You feel like home. 10 of hearts. I don't know enough to make a decision. They're in the dark. I think at one point, this 5 of clubs in the reverse, I think at one point they may have been blaming your attitude or blaming things that you said or the way that you said things, but it's because they weren't taking accountability. You feel like home. They don't know enough to make a decision. I can't stop fantasizing about us is on the bottom. I wish you loved me back the way I love you. You never show it. They want you to reach out. If you're person number 3, they want you to reach out so fucking bad to get them off the hook with person number 2. They want to know it's okay so bad. They want to know it is okay to talk to you so bad. I told you, they're terrified that you would take their head off. The rejection, terrifying. Person number 1 didn't love or appreciate person number 3 before. Now, they do. Bad. They want person number 3 bad. They're terrified of the rejection. Terrified. Because you know what? They know that if they were to be rejected, it would not be invalid. I believe in miracles. They find your energy attractive as hell. Because it is. Your person number 3, your energy is attractive as hell. You've always been my only option. It was in the reverse. They know this. They know that they did not make you. the only option. They know that they had been playing these games with person number 2 with you. If you're person number 3, I want to spoil you. I want to spoil you. Yeah, I can't stop fantasizing about us. The king just flew out. It was on the bottom of the deck and I shuffled it, came back out. You have no idea how much you hurt me in the reverse. I think they realized they hurt themselves. They might have blamed you for a time, but time has taught them that they were the ones that hurt themselves by hurting you. I'm doing the best I can. I'm working towards a goal with us in mind on the bottom. They're trying to figure out a way to get to you. When I picture myself old, I see me with you. And they're working on something long term. Yeah, there's no point in fighting. If it's a win-win, I'm in. They want to know, they want to guarantee, they want to know that if they talk to you, it's not going to blow up in their face. That is the only thing them from not reaching out at this point. They are afraid if they reach out, it will blow up in their face. They want person number 3 to reach out to them because it's safer. It's safer for them. I'm struggling, waiting, need to let you go. Oh, they're struggling all right. And they cannot reach out. They have to let it go. I lost everything. I royally fucked everything up. I want to take care of you and nurture you. I'm falling in love with you all over again. I'm giving my absolute best. I'm fighting for this. I don't doubt. I don't doubt. The number 1, because I called it earlier with the tarot. Yeah, I'm focused on my finances. I think that person number 1 is in a really sticky situation with person number 2. They don't feel like they can get out of it. They're suffering in it. They're doing as they're told to try and keep peace with person number 2 because person number 2 is holding things on them. I know I need to move forward. I also know that means a perspective change. I told you, this person on the precipice of dawn, right? They're waking up. They're waking up to themselves. They're waking up to what person number 3 probably knew and felt from the beginning. Yeah. You were too good for them. You were too good to them then. I choose you. You set my soul on fire. I think person number, if this was a divine counterpart situation and person number 1 didn't see it before and got a karmic involved with person number 2, there's no doubt in my mind that person number 1 understands and knows that person number 3 is their counterpart now. The problem is they complicated everything. Bringing in person number 2, they complicated everything. And it is person number 2's circus. They got the circus card, right? We had the carnival out here and they got the circus card. It is all about person number 2. Person number 2 is running the show. What's the guidance, please, Spirit? I still cannot believe I just found them decks. Told you I worked a 12-hour shift on the fly, and Spirit was like, by the way, you're going live when you get home. All right. This is the stuff. What is the guidance, please, Spirit? No matter what person you resonate as watching this. 1, 2, or 3. What is the guidance? Thor's red, black, and gold dragon. What's the power of love deck? Hey, Sunshine, how you doing? Okay. Responsibility, evolution, empathy, and kindness. So Thor's red, black, and gold dragon protects you in times of change. And it is a time for rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you're safe. Whether you're person 1, 2, or 3, you are protected in times of change. Yes, change is scary, but you are safe in it. But you are safe in it. Spirit wouldn't call things to change if it wasn't in your highest good for it to change. All right. Let me read a little more for you. Page 76. It says, during this incredible period of transition, everything on our planet is changing rapidly. Thor's mighty red, black, and gold dragons work directly for Archangel Gabriel, the mighty archangel in overall command of fire, who sends them to any area or situation that needs immediate clearance. Archangel Gabriel is also the archangel of communications. Okay. It says Thor is the god of thunder, the elemental master of fire, and his red, black, and gold dragons carry powerful fire energy. For the optimum use of this blazing power, they connect with Mars and its ascended aspect. Mars is in Cancer. Act from a place of compassion, act from a place of nurturance. If you want to move forward, the best way to move forward is with love in your heart and love in your actions. If your actions are coming from a place of fear or a place of anxiety, including inaction, right? Because person number 1, the action that they're taking is inaction from a place of fear, right? Fear of rejection from person number 3. If you act from a place of love, that is what is going to set off the dominoes in the right direction. Act with compassion, act with nurturance, act in your power, right? From a place of personal power. Like Mars is in a position right now where it's literally in Cancer and in real time. It's going to be transiting into Leo and then retrograding back into Cancer. So we're on this kind of cusp energy between the self, life force energy, nurturance, and all of these different things. Drawing this card indicates that you are ready to change a situation, circumstance, or relationship, or are already doing so. This is challenging for you, and the universe is reminding you that you have earned the right to receive support and assistance. Relax. Know you are safe, guided, and supported, and that the energies of the dragons and archangels around you protect you as you make this transformation. Thor's red, black, and gold dragons will ensure you make the changes in a way that is for the highest good of all concerned. They are hard-working warrior dragons that consume dense energies very rapidly and thoroughly. And they come to you with dedication, love, and wisdom. So graciously accept what they have to offer you. This card is also a call to service. You are being asked to places and situations that need protection at this time. Wherever you're being called to go, there's a reason why you're being called to go there. If person number 1 is being called to person number 3, there's a reason why you're being called to go there. If you don't want to see person number 3 end up with somebody else, or somewhere where you could never reach them, you know, if it isn't truly too late, you just assume it is, but if it isn't truly too late, you're only going to know if you actually reach out and let the chips fall where they may. If you act from a place of love, even if person number 3 isn't interested in forward movement with you, person number 3 does not give a shit about person number 2 getting upset with you and ruining your life. Like, person number 3 is in a healed state. Person number 3 is rocking their own story. They're not out to wish you ill or create chaos in your own life. Like, you've done plenty of that on your own. Person number 3 didn't have to do anything. Like, you did that. I don't think they're out to get you. You know what I mean? Responsibility to evolve. These two came out together. Remember, responsibility and evolution. Says you are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. All these obstacles right now that you're facing, right? Trying to figure out if you should or shouldn't communicate, should or shouldn't receive the communication, right? Whatever. Should or shouldn't move forward because you know damn right well that your person doesn't want to be with you, right? If you're person number 2. If you are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express, and it's not just saying I love you to someone else. Sometimes expressions of love is being honest. Expressions of love is telling the truth. Expressions of love is being real. Like, I think a lot of the lore with person number 2 towards number 1 is because they were probably jealous of something about person number 3, that they proved that they were better in their own head, you know what I mean? Then they were better than person number 3. See, I'm better than you because I have the person you want. And person number 3 was like, if you think you're better than me because you have them, like, that's a pretty shitty measure of self. The obstacles that you're going through right now are to help you. They're to help you learn the path of love. The path of love is of the self, to love who you are as a connected being, as a human here, connected to a higher power than yourself. It is self-love and understanding that not only can you love yourself for receiving love from beautiful people and your earth angels in this life, but that you can love yourself by expressing that love and reciprocating back to those same energies and those same people. Love is reciprocal. That's the highest form of love there is. Self-love is reciprocity. Who gives and overflows love to you, and do you overflow love back to them? That is the highest form of love there is. It's reciprocity. Reciprocity breeds gratitude. Gratitude is the highest form of love there is. They go together. Everybody has a responsibility to evolve. Everybody has a responsibility to grow and change. Everybody does. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. We're here to love to the highest, most beautiful degrees of love possible. It is reciprocity and gratitude. Empathy and kindness were the other two cards that came out. It says, remember, you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. And you are a humanitarian made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others. It's about your ripple. Sometimes we know why people are upset, but we also know on a very deep level why they have to go through the losses that they go through, why they have to go through the changes that they're going through. Empathy isn't just feeling bad for people. Empathy is, my soul sees your soul. That's empathy. My soul sees your soul. I feel what you're feeling. That's how I see you. I don't just feel that you're sad. I can sense why you're sad. Person number 1 and person number 3, they're intuitively connected. Like I said, person number 3 already knows all of this stuff. They already feel person number 1. Even with the communication cards that I pulled, you probably already know it. Your soul sees their soul. And I think theirs most definitely sees yours. And probably always has, even if they didn't realize it. Because if they weren't reckless, if they weren't petty, if they weren't self-accountable in the past, and it caused a split, tell me person number 1 was not the catalyst to the greatest version of yourself that you've become. They saw your soul the whole time. They were just unconscious to who you were. But you needed them to be unconscious, and you needed them to be that version in order to get to where you are with yourself, healed, happy, whole, stable, grateful, 100%, hero of your story. You needed them to be that awful version in order for you to launch and propel you into your best version. You're at your best version. No one could even argue that with you. You're doing amazing in life. And you're still getting better. Like, that's the best part. You're still making progress and seeing things unfold. And because you are thriving the way that you are, because your strength has shown the way that it has, because you didn't bend, break, or suffer under the losses of person number 1, and you decided to lean into your strength and lean into your shine and be bright. Person number 1 is witnessing you now like, wow. And you are being the catalyst for them. This is what divine counterparts truly do for each other. They light each other in the darkness. One candle lights another candle and loses nothing. Person number 1, unbeknownst to person number 3, lit their candle. And person number 3, in return, lit person number 1's candle. Y'all have been beautiful catalysts for each other. The big question is, can you evolve? Can you hold yourself responsible? Can you keep yourself kind and in a place of my soul sees your soul? Can you meet each other in such a place, such a mutual respect, such a reciprocal place where morally your integrity is aligned with each other to actually move forward and reconnect? That's the question. Because person number one was, I will say was, behind in the lesson learning as far as like self-analysis and self-accountability goes. Person number three owned their shit and took off, which is what triggered the healing in person number one. But if person number three has maxed at 100% with themselves, and they're literally just making progress on top of progress with life now, and it's just getting better because their energy hit its highest potential and the manifestation is just catching up now. The manifestation is just staying in alignment with them now, right? 100 is 100%. I think that person number one has an opportunity to catch up because person number three healed. How much time it's going to take for them to go through what they're going through? How much time is it going to take for them to get all their ducks in a row? Because right now they're definitely struggling. They definitely feel like they lost everything. They admitted that they royally fucked up. You know, like when they see themselves growing old, they want it to be with person number three. They just don't know how to get there. They're figuring that out. They're figuring that out. And to be fair, protection-wise, I think person number three has other people coming in and around trying to involve themselves with person number three. The beauty of person number three is if they're aligned at 100%, they're not taking flyby suitors. They're not. They're seeing them little teeny red flags, them little pings of intuition, like, and they're thinking to themselves, well, if it's not a fuck yeah, it's a fuck no, right? I guess it's a fuck no. If it was in alignment, I wouldn't be questioning them. You know, if they were meant for me, then it would be a easy decision. Person number three is not taking any suitors. Not if they're not at 100% with them. So does person number one have time to get their shit together? Yeah, I think they do. How much? I don't know. How much time? I don't know. It's only a matter of time before someone vibrates into person number three's experience that is in alignment at 100% with them. It is only a matter of time. They are not the only person in the world that has self-actualized, self-realized, taken self-accountability, became the hero of their own story, and elevated. They are not the only person in the world. They're going to manifest and draw to them what energy is like themselves. They will draw someone to them that matches their energy space at some point. The question is, for person number one, how long are you going to take? Because I promise you, once they meet that person, they're not going to disconnect from that person. I wouldn't. If I came in alignment with someone else at 100%, amazing, beautiful soul, reciprocal, right? High energy, reciprocity, gratitude, high energy, high attraction, right? The energy is highly attractive. I wouldn't leave them. I wouldn't. Right? It's aligned. It's aligned. Whatever is meant to be will be. That I trust. That I trust. We all have moments where we flip-flop between missing someone and hating someone. We all have those moments where, you know, we look back in hindsight at things and we feel immense gratitude because we've transformed. And we all have those moments where we look back in hindsight and we absolutely get upset because, you know, how come it couldn't just be different? You know, like we all have those moments. I just think that person number 3 at this point in life looks back with gratitude more often than not. Even if residual thoughts come up of wanting to be upset, it's almost like they instantly flip that switch. You're like, you know what? I wish them well. Like, whatever they're doing in life, I hope they're happy. Legit. I hope they're happy. I don't think there's any ill from person number 3 towards either one, person number 1 or 2. There's no ill, there's no malice, there's no malicious intent, there's no hatred. It's just the healing was what it needed to be. And continues to be what it needs to be. I'll pray for everybody in this reading. Put positive vibes out there for everybody in this reading. Never hurts to put out positive vibes to everybody. For real. I hope that you guys found the message helpful. I hope that it resonated with you. And just know that my love and divine timing is, well, here for you always. I'm going to get some sleep because your girl has to work open. I got to open again in the morning. So I love you guys. Have a good day, night, wherever you are. And many blessings of love and support to you. Good night, everyone.